Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, Charlamagne and Yee are on vacation. I don't know where they're going. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I just wanted to talk to the people this morning and help people out. We have Matt, the mortgage guy. He's on the phone line right now. He's called a couple of times just to give people updates on what's going on with this housing market and financing and investing. Now, he works for United Northern Mortgage Bankers. And the first thing people want to know, all right? Now, if you have an apartment or you live in the city somewhere, is this a great time to purchase your first crib?
Absolutely, man. First of all, thank you for having me on the show again. But yeah, it's definitely a great time to purchase real estate if you have job security, if you have savings for down payment, closing costs, and reserves. Interest rates are at an all-time low right now. So it's definitely a great opportunity for that first-time home buyer or first-time investor to go out there and buy some real estate right now.
Now, people are struggling right now. You know, a lot of people lost their job. A lot of people are furloughed. So they're getting right back to where they need to be. So I always tell people to plan outside of this pandemic. What are you going to do when this pandemic is over? So how can somebody, let's say, purchase a home with putting the least amount of money down? How can that happen?
Well, I mean, one of the things as investors, and I know this is something that you and Caesar talk about a lot at the seminars, is OPM, using other people's monies, right? So there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing that. There's grants, there's down payment assistance. Like, for example, here in New York, we have a program called Sony Mae, State of New York Mortgage Agency, where they're giving you $15,000 that you can use for down payment assistance or closing costs, right? So, and they also have a program if you buy a vacant property, you can get an automatic $20,000 that you can use for repairs as well. So there's plenty of programs out there that's similar, like Sony Mae here in New York, all across the country. It's just that people got to do due diligence and do research. Not every bank offers these type of programs. So this is when, while we're on quarantine, if you're looking to buy real estate and you have limited funds, you have to do the extra legwork right now in quarantine to do your research to learn about these programs, because there's plenty of opportunities out there for folks to buy real estate with little to no money out of pocket.
Right. So we're talking to Matt, the mortgage guy. He works for United Northern Mortgage Bankers. Now, you're telling me, so for, let's say, a property, let's say somebody wants to buy a home, their first home, $200,000, right?
Okay.
And with an
Okay.
FHA loan, they only have to put down 3.5%. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you're telling me
Correct.
that there's grants out there right now that's giving people $15,000 for a down payment or possibly even for closing costs.
Absolutely. I mean, and that one I mentioned is Sony Mae, State of New York Mortgage Agency, is particular to the state of New York. But there's plenty of other programs out there across the country where you can get 15,000, 20,000. I mean, I've seen some programs where they give you $30,000 to $40,000 to buy real estate. Now, you have to be a first-time home buyer. It has to be your primary residence. Most of these grants are forgivable after a certain amount of years you live in the property, but they're out there and they're all over the place. It's just that people are just not taking the time to go out there and really look for it. So if you Google, if anybody's watching this, if you Google, first time home buyer grants in your county, wherever you live, there's a ton of information that will come up and you'll be able to do your research on it.
So if you're a first-time home buyer out there and you're listening and you're renting, and this is the perfect time possibly to purchase your first crib. Why? Because the market is going down a little bit. It's very competitive. You can find a house for a steal. And if you don't necessarily have all the money to put down, what we're saying is, let's say a $200,000 house, right? If you get a loan, that's 3.5% if you're a first-time home buyer. That's $7,000 plus closing costs, which could be $10,000 to $12,000. There are grants out there that are giving people $15,000 and more to help you purchase your first-time house. So that means you might not come out your pocket with anything. And that's what I'm encouraging people to do. So when you have these situations, let's say you pass, you have something to give to your kids in the future. Not only that, people who own homes right now, what do you suggest them to do if they own a home already right now?
So if you own a home, I definitely encourage anyone to look into refinancing. We're refinancing, several people right now where we're saving them 1% to 2% on their interest rates because of where the interest rate market is positioned. But also that translates to several $100s on a monthly basis that people are saving. Even, we have people that are going from 30-year mortgages to 20 and 15-year mortgages as well, because those rates, in the 15 to 20s are in the mid twos right now. Right? So it's a huge opportunity, no matter what your goals are, whether you're looking to pull equity out to reinvest into other real estate, whether it's to do debt consolidation or just to change the term to beat the interest trap. This is the opportunity now for all homeowners to now go ahead and refinance.
All right. So if you're out there and you're listening, I just wanted to give you some updates. You know, I'm big on real estate. I'm big on owning your own property. I'm big on investing and leaving something for your kids. We call it generational wealth. Matt, I appreciate you for checking in. Just give me your
Well,
Instagram
hold
right
on.
fast.
So I'm gonna give him my Instagram, MG the Mortgage Guy on Instagram or YouTube, MG the Mortgage Guy. But I also want to give a quick update. Last time we spoke, we were talking about the forbearance agreements, right?
Right.
So now the government came out about a week ago and gave us more clarity for the folks who took out forbearances. Now they're able to refinance or purchase a home. So prior to this announcement last week, everyone in the industry thought you would have to wait at least 12 months of on-time payments after the forbearance period. But if you're currently in a forbearance and you have been making your payment while you were in that forbearance, the government is now allowing you to refinance or purchase a home. Now, if you did take advantage of the forbearance agreement, you did not make any payments during that time, once you come out of it and you make 3 months of payments on time, you are now to refinance or purchase a new home. So I thought that was a home run for all the homeowners out there who had to take this COVID-19 relief because they probably got furloughed or laid off.
Right.
They just didn't have that money to pay their mortgage. Now they're not being penalized for taking out this COVID-19 forbearance relief money. So that's a home run. So I just wanted to give a quick update on that because I know last time we did speak about that. And if anybody has any questions, they could just holler at me on Instagram, like you said, MG the Mortgage Guy, Instagram or YouTube. I'm always giving updates on live. So just check me out there.
All right, thank you, Matt. Now, if you want more detail, we're actually doing a webinar this Sunday, May 31st. You could click the link in my bio or his bio or Caesar's bio where we're going to break this down more because you know I'm all about generational wealth. I got the knowledge, so I'm trying to teach and explain it to everybody so people can become homeowners and make sure they can have something that means something and not just paying somebody else's mortgage and somebody else's rent. All right, Matt, thank you so much. We're taking your call.
I appreciate your time.
585-1051. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.